Well, YouTube, the time has finally come that I have been waiting for quite some time. I finally ended up getting myself a new drone, and it's not an expensive drone. It's not a DJI Phantom or a Mavic or an Inspire or anything like that. No, it's more of a realistic hobby style drone, but it still is an amazing drone, and I want to show you what it is real quick. Now, I've already unboxed it, unfortunately, due to the fact that the box that it came in, the shipping container that it came in, got damaged, and it damaged the box. But here it is. It is the Hubsan H501S. Now, I haven't pulled it out of the package here because I wanted to kind of go over with you guys as well all at the same time. But when I first opened it, the first thing that I saw was a disclaimer. Just kind of telling you not to fly above people, or, you know, look out for planes, make sure you register, all that kind of fun stuff. Don't run into people with it. And then you also get the instruction manual here for the X4 FPV H501S. Now, I went with the white version, the white standard version. And the reason being is because the standard was cheaper. It also comes with a bigger screen on the controller, and honestly, I like the white one anyways. I like these little gold accents that they have on it. I think it's pretty dang cool. So let's get into it. I'm gonna just go ahead and open this up. So there it is. You got the drone itself. Let's get that out of there. Oh, it's actually heavier than I was kind of expecting. And it does have the battery in it. But as you can see, it's got the gold color motors in it, which I think are freaking cool looking. It's kind of, in my mind, kind of shaped like a car, like a spaceship, with the little windshield there and the aerodynamics of it and stuff like that. But I think it's pretty dang cool. So yeah, I mean, you've got your slot for your memory card right there. You've got the LED lights that flash, telling you when to calibrate it, and also just to kind of help you locate everything like that. You got the vents for the electrical boards inside. And then you also have a 1080p camera up here up front. And I believe it's 30 frames a second. I could be wrong on that one, but and then if you notice here on each of the arms, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let me kind of focus in on that. There's numberings or letterings right here. That one's marked with a B, and that's to help you identify what propellers go where. Because they do rotate in a certain direction, and then the other one is marked A, and it's kind of vice versa all around and stuff like that. But so like I say, that right there is my new drone, and I'll kind of break into a little farther about what else that it came with. So you got the drone itself, kind of set that off to the side there. We'll get a little farther into the packaging. So it looks like there's 4 props there. Oh, look at that. It actually gets you 2 full sets, an actual 8 propellers. That's kind of cool, because I know for a fact that I will be breaking at least 2, 3, maybe all of these. So it was really good on you, Hubsan, for actually throwing in another full set of propellers. I think that's really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and set those off to the side. But actually, before I do, let me show you again if you can see this or not. Might be a different question. But on each propeller, right here, you can't really see it, can you? Right there is marked an A or a B, and it kind of shows you the direction of what way to spin these on. So they do go correlating to each arm and stuff like that. So let's get a little farther into it. Next we got, looks to be the charging block for it, to charge your drone's battery internally. Then you've got the power cord to do so, which is kind of weird because I was telling my buddy that I was looking online for a bigger, better discharge and recharger and stuff like that for the different cells of batteries and stuff like that. And all the chargers I found never came with a power adapter, so it's weird that they're separate like that. At least to me, that seems a little weird. Then we got a USB cord, so you can update the firmware on either your transmitter or the drone itself. They also give you this fancy tool here. So when you're putting on your propellers, you can lock in the motors like so that it prevents them from spinning while you're spinning on the props, just like that. Kind of lock it in place like that so you don't have to use your finger. But I mean, come on, it's really not that hard to just hold it with your thumb. And then the last thing I believe in here is the controller itself. Now this thing is cool. Like I say, the reason why I also went with the standard version is due to this here. The screen on it is just a lot bigger than the advanced version. The drones are exactly the same between the advanced version and the standard version, but what changes is your controller here. This one's kind of a bigger box style versus the advanced one is more of a rectangle, and the advanced ones come with the ports for the antennas to screw on for farther range, and they do come with the antennas as well. But actually, before I even received the drone, I ordered myself an antenna kit. So now you can actually modify this bigger controller to extend those ranges that the advanced does. And I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that in another video of how to modify this controller. It's actually pretty simple. And then I actually also ordered a screen protector that'll come on and clip right into here, and it just kind of folds out, protecting the screen from the sun so you can see it a little bit better. Then I did order another battery to go inside the quadcopter as well. So let's take a look at where the battery compartment even is on this thing. I haven't even been able to check that out yet. So it looks right here, you've got a little push tab. You just push in and then pull down. Yep, and sure enough, right inside there is the battery. So you can go ahead and you really pack those things in there. Untie it all. Go ahead and pull it out. So there's the other factory battery that came with the drone, as you see. It is a 2700 amp or milliamp hour, 7.4 volt, 10C battery, and they claim that you'll be able to get about a 20-minute flight time out of these things. But I kind of think that, you know, it'll all depend on the wind and stuff like that for the variances of how much flight time you'll actually get out of it. But not bad though for 20 minutes on a drone like this. This is a brushless drone, and again, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it in here or not. I'll see if I can focus a little bit more on that. Zoom in. Right inside here, right there inside the drone itself, there is a plug. So you can, that's where you plug in for that USB port to update your firmware. And you may or may not ever have to do that. It's not exactly necessary to fly the drone or anything like that, but some people had problems with the follow me, the function and stuff like that. But I don't know if I'll ever need to do that. I won't ever know until I get out and actually have the opportunity to fly this thing. So another cool thing that I kind of wanted to go over with, I mean, when we're talking about modifications to the drone, updating the firmware and updating the transmitter here for the longer ranges, there is one more kind of modification that you can do to this thing to kind of help you out, save you some money even, because this does run off of AA batteries, and it takes 4 of them, it looks like. And actually, it looks like I got pretty lucky. This some of the older transmitters, they didn't come with what they call a Jst plug. And again, I'll try to get a little more zoom in and brighten this up here for you guys. There was what they call a Jst plug. It's the red plug that's inside here. And what it does is it allows you to hook up an actual battery pack. Instead of using AA batteries, you can actually put in a LiPo battery pack to get a lot more flight times out of it, so you're not constantly purchasing AA batteries. And from what I've heard and done the research on, I mean, sometimes you only get 1, maybe 2 flights out of the AA's that you put in here, versus the LiPo batteries, the lithium ions and stuff like the lithium ion polymers. You could actually get, you know, 10, 20 flights out of them by doing that. But I'm actually really happy to see that I don't have to do the modification. I was going to show you guys how to modify the controller to accept a battery pack like that, but I'm actually really happy that I don't have to do that. That's another good thing on Hubsan on their newer transmitters, putting that in. I was afraid that mine wouldn't be coming with it, but happy to see that it did. So, I mean, I do have a bunch of AA batteries. I can go out and fly this thing, and I plan on doing so the next time that it's not pouring rain outside. It seems like every time that I do end up getting a fun toy like this, there's always got to be that weather or Mother Nature in some way, shape, or form preventing me from doing it. But I'm going to go ahead and put some AA batteries in this thing, and we're going to fire it up and just check it out anyways. Alright guys, now that I've stuffed some AA batteries into this transmitter here, I'm going to go ahead and fire it up and kind of show you guys what it's all about and the functions that it's got going for it. So let's power it up and see what happens. Alright, so we got the screen here, and I'm going to go ahead and actually fire up the drone itself so you can kind of get a better picture and everything as well. Let me go ahead and plug that in real fast too. There we go. So now on here you'll be able to see all the cool sounds it makes. So on here you've got all your telemetry and everything like that. Let me grab this here. So you've got your GPSs down here. The yellow GPS is for the controller and how many GPS is hooked up and synced to the controller. The X4 GPS, that's the GPS, how many GPS is connected to the drone itself. The more the merrier as it comes to that, especially when you're in the GPS mode and you want to do the return to me or return home function and stuff like that. And especially with the GPS hold function, it'll help a lot to be able to stabilize the altitude and the location of that. Up here you can see that we've got the X4 battery itself and how many volts that it's producing. I have not been able to charge the battery yet. This is just straight out of the box, so it is on a 1 bar situation here. And up here in this corner we have the controller battery power. As you can see, full brand new batteries were put in it. Down below that you've got your yellow, that is your meters per second speed. And I don't know if you guys can see the red below the yellow. Right below is that little red there, and that is how high up the drone is in meters. And down below that you've got a green little section there that has how many meters away the drone is. And then if you look here down at the bottom, it says altitude hold. When you flip this switch up, it'll actually go into a GPS hold, and that's where it'll maintain its location, its height, and all that kind of stuff based on those GPS signals, and it will fight the wind to maintain exactly where it's at. But you've got your FPV here. You can see that when I move the drone, it moves the camera. There's really not that much lag time. In fact, from my point of view, there is actually no lag time, so that's actually really cool. See me in there? Hello. I'm very tickled with this. I think it's amazing. It's pretty dang cool. I honestly cannot wait to go outside and fly it, and I might even do it anyways as long as the rain stops. But that's my little review on the unboxing of the Hubsan H501S. I do want to get this battery charged up real quick. I heard that it will take about anywhere from 1.5 hours to 2 hours to do it, so I want to get going on that. I want to be able to fly this thing as quick as possible. I will be doing a flight review on it as well, and I'll post some videos of it, you know, the camera itself on the drone and everything like that. But thanks for watching, guys. If you do want to see more of this, just go ahead and like, subscribe, and I will do my best to do more reviews and stuff like this as well. And I do want to appreciate y'all that have subscribed. I'm almost at 20 subscribers right now, and to be honest, I know that's a very small number compared to people like Casey Neistat or Roman Atwood and stuff like that, who are, you know, in the millions easily. But as somebody starting out, I think that's really cool that I've somehow hit 20, and I appreciate everything that you guys do to me or do for me. You motivate me, the comments you leave me and stuff like that. It really does help, and I do want to keep this going. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.